If you look at all existing frameworks, the way they work is that most of the JavaScript has to show up first, and then most of it has to execute in order for the application to become interactive. Qwik is different in the sense that it really starts pretty close to 0 kilobytes of JavaScript, and only as you start interacting with it do we execute the specific code. And this is kind of in contrast to all the other frameworks that require this step called hydration that basically says, go visit every single component in the UI and see what its behavior is and attach that behavior to the DOM so that it can be interactive, right? And this looking for behaviors and attaching is what essentially forces you to download everything and execute everything. And so all existing frameworks, their startup performance is proportional to the complexity of the UI, whereas Qwik's performance is always the same. Whether it's a simple UI or ridiculously complicated UI, you always start with the same amount of complexity. And this is why we coined the term resumability, because we run the application on a server, we then pause it, save its memory, move it to the client, and we resume exactly where we left off. So Qwik application, just like everybody else, still has to visit all the components, figure out where the listeners are, but that happens on a server, not on a client. And so when we get to the client, all the information is just present and we're just ready to go and execute. And so the amount of code you download and execute is significantly less than any other solution. And oh, by the way, this is the same strategy that Google uses for the search page, and everybody will agree that that's a pretty fast response times. So essentially the same exact technology, the same exact ideas, but brought into a developer experience that people are familiar with. I think the future for web frameworks is definitely resumability. I don't know if Qwik will become, the next big thing. I certainly hope so. But even if Qwik does not, I think resumability is here to stay because it's just a fundamentally better way to get the application interactive, and it prevents you from overwhelming the browser with too much JavaScript all at once at the beginning.